Hi everyone, welcome to another video. So we are today working on my dad's car again. He seems to be too regular in here.
Common problem.
Yeah. Common problem is the dad. It's the owner. So we're in my garage today, keeping it nice and warm.
I'm not a problem, by the way.
You are the problem, mate. Anyway, so his car is a Vauxhall Zafira 1.8, and today we are replacing thermostat. We've replaced the back number plates. Lights, they were the actual bulbs, I should say. They were the screws that were holding the little holders in place. They were really badly corroded, so that was a bit of an issue. Anyway, up there, that's up there. So yeah, we've done that, and now we're just about to drain the coolant. Mark's doing that now. He's buried his head into the engine bay. What's that?
Just having a double check if there's an actual drainage plug for the rad.
No, there isn't, man. Yeah, weirdly on this, we've replaced this radiator before, and I'm not replacing the radiator at the moment. However, there's no drain plug on it, so even the bottom hose on this radiator is kind of in the middle. It's not exactly right at the bottom. So even if you drain half of it, that's what you're going to manage to drain. You're not going to drain all of it because the radiator hose is not at the bottom. But it doesn't matter because we're only replacing the thermostat, so it shouldn't be too terrible. There we go. Yeah, it's fine. Let it go, man. Yeah, it should go straight.
It's going on over the aircon.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It is what it is, isn't it? Not much you can do about it.
That's it.
Just let it drain. So yeah, we're going to remove the. Here we go. That's it. We're going to remove the thermostat housing because that's what we're going to replace. It's a complete unit. I'll show you the replacement. So it comes as like complete one piece. I believe the thermostat is actually built into the housing. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So there's the one complete piece. That's the brand new one. Comes with a temperature sensor built into it and the thermostat built into it as well. It's got 3 takeoffs, or 2 takeoffs. No, 2. 3. No, it's 2. One there. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Where's the gasket? Oh yeah, there it is. In the little rubber seal. So it's nothing. So that's cool. Strangely, I don't know what this is. It's another sensor clearly, but there's no connection for it on the actual vehicle. I don't see any wires hanging anywhere.
That is here.
No, not that one. There's another one to the left. Have a look at the left.
That's a pipe.
No, all the way to the left.
Oh, there's nothing.
See that little gold one? Yeah, exactly. There's nothing on it. So I don't know what's supposed to connect to that. There's clearly 2 sensors, and one's obviously a temperature sensor, but I would expect this one to be a temperature sensor too. So maybe it's for another accessory or something, and it doesn't exist. Don't know. Maybe it's an optional thing, and it doesn't have it on this vehicle. That's what it's about, I suppose. Anyway, so the other job we got to do on this car is the fuel filter, which I believe is somewhere at the back of the vehicle. But I'm not 100% sure, so we're going to dig around and find it. And what was the other thing, Dad?
Steering.
Oh yeah, so we got, I'll show you what else we have for it. Funny enough, exactly the same thing on mine has gone too. So if you look, hold on, let me spin you around. Right round. So if you look at the horn buttons, both of them, the rubbers have gone missing. Well, they've sort of worn over time. And this new replacement, it's got nicely intact horn buttons. So like these rubber things here. But to be able to replace that, I believe that we have to actually remove the airbag. So that's why I'll show you. It's connected the battery and basically bridged the 2 terminals with a piece of spanner. Very technical. And the idea of that is to short all the capacitors to make sure that there is nudge in the capacitors, so that we don't blow up the airbags. The downside to it is anything like stereo and things like that will lose their code. Well, it will lose power basically, because it's on a capacitor. But Dad's got the, yeah, he's got the code for his one, so that's fine. Right, let's crack on. Whoop, whoop. So we're cracking on with this thermostat replacement, and this is where we're at. Mark removed the top hose from the thermostat, that's the thermostat there, and we're now going to remove, which is a E-Torx
E12.
So it's an E12 socket. There's 2 bolts. If you look at the new one, you can see the holes. This is the higher one and the lower one, and it sits like that. So you've got one at the top, one at the bottom. So yeah, the bottom one is almost invisible. I can just about see it there, I think. Hold on, zoom into it. Get Mark's head out of the way. Yeah, I think it's just somewhere along there. It's hard to tell really, but anyway.
Oh, there it is. I got my finger on it.
You got it, yeah?
Yeah, it's
okay.
right,
So it's a bit of an anyway, so that's where we're at. And then we'll come back once I removed it. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, it's on. We're live.
Right. Hi everyone. So we're in the process of removing this thermostat housing, and the bottom bolt, we can't actually see it, so I'm going to try to get to it from under here, but realistically I can't even get to it because of this aircon pipe. It's really in the way. If I can get to it, where's the bolt? Here's the bolt. Can I get to it? Just about. Yeah, I think he's got it. Yep, he's got it.
Good stuff.
At least I feel like it has. Might not have. I think it has. Let's have a... Yeah, I think he's got it. Yeah, I think it's totally loose. Kind of. That's a bit of a weird bolt. What the hell? He's going. Why is it so? Hold on. Let's swap these over. I'll take these pieces off. And take that top one off altogether. If we can. That aircon pipe is really in the way, isn't it? Anyway, let's just do it by hand. Or not. A bit tight. I think it's nice and loose now. Oh yeah, that's a good point. We've got this little pipe here to undo, and the sensor.
Okay.
So let's do the sensor first. That sensor's off. And then we just need a 6mm, kind of more like a 6.
No, that's what I mean.
But you might be right. Actually, is that 7, I think? So, hold on, there we go. You were right, Mark. It was definitely 7. We need to release that all the way. Oh, sugar.
There goes the racket.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's loose
It's
anyway.
only going to go into the pan, so it's not a big deal. Right, so if we just wrap that back up here, out of the way. And now we should be pretty much loose. I can't even see that other bolt at the bottom.
No, the
at
red
all.
no
Hold on,
visions.
let me get a torch. See if I can spot it. See where it is.
That's that mirror.
You know what? I think that's a 10, and I think it's a nut.
You're joking.
Yeah, it's definitely a 10, and it's a nut.
Oh, okay.
That will explain why it's
Well, it's not coming off. All right, let's pause this here.
So, so it is definitely a 10mm this socket, but it's not underneath it, and it's on a stud. So what I'm using is a I'm using a flexible head adapter and a long 10mm 1/4 inch ratchet.
Get in there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Let me see you come up.
This aircon pipe is really in the way, isn't it? I think it seems. That's it. Right, got the top bolt out.
Let's have a look.
It's quite a big
Oh,
one.
that's the top one. We don't
Yeah.
need.
So what we're going to do now is do it by hand. Put the socket on the actual nut, and just do it by hand, by feel. That's just the easiest way. The ratchet is kind of in the way when you're trying to do it, so just do it manually.
Oh yeah, I can see it from here now.
Yeah.
Cool. That's it. He's losing muscle strength. My man strength's going, isn't it? I was focused there. Oh,
The issue is that it's just
that's picking up.
two fingers are barely enough to spin it, you know. And,
engine space is always a tight thing, isn't it?
oh
There we go, keep going. Yes, he's looking good.
yeah, nearly there.
No more people in my video.
The one that we're videoing
We're
right now, that
videoing
one.
right now, yeah.
Where's that?
Unwanted
in,
humans.
in the engine bay. We've got enough hands down here.
Yeah, don't be reading.
Coffee lady, tea lady.
Oh, should we put her on camera?
That's a no.
No, is the answer to that question.
No. She just makes lovely,
We don't want
lovely
no
coffee.
strangers in the garage.
Don't worry, you're still loved.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, it is a
10 mil.
it's not a 10 mil. It's the same as the other one. This one. What's it called? Inverted. Sorry, inverted. Yeah.
It's not a bolt.
That's it.
Yeah, it's just by
You
hand.
think you need
It's
to get it then?
Huh?
You put a stick from
Tongue
it.
out, Lucy. It's fine. Little bit tongue out. Right, I think I'm.
We might have to edit that out.
This is the reason I don't get other people in my videos. Because I know what I'm doing.
X-ray it is.
Right, here we go. Right, so this, I don't know why, but whoever done this job put silicone on it, and you don't need any silicone on these. Definitely not. I mean, the correct
Procedure.
gasket for it is this little rubber thing, and it just goes all the way around. But you can clearly see this wasn't doing its job anymore because it's just flush with
it's
the
probably
actual
gone hard.
flange all the way around. So there's a lot of gunk in there as well. If you look at the actual thermostat, there's a lot of crap in there. So at some point, either someone put some kind of sealant in it, like you know that what's it called? The
Let's go,
Casey or whatever it is. That stuff. That's what it seems like. It's a lot of
Radsil,
crud.
yeah. And it's breathing it. It's breathing this all mixture in it.
And that could be one of the reasons why it wasn't flowing properly,
Yeah.
because there's just a lot of crap inside it.
Okay.
So that will explain.
Right.
Anyway,
Oh,
on that note, yeah, it's filthy around. I think we'll clean it all up. Get a blade on it, clean it all up
clean
properly.
that all off, yeah.
Wire brush it, clean it all up. Prepare it for the new
Housing.
thermostat housing, and we're good.
Okay.
So whoop 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 whoop. Because he does a lot of mileage.
Yeah.
So for him, it's not really worth getting expensive tyres. He would rather get cheap budget tyres
Yeah.
and just go through them, no problem,
So
right?
you're not spending the because if you're
Exactly.
doing a lot of driving.
But it's still 4 new tyres, brand new
time,
tyres. Then you have the wheel alignment done, sorted, mate.
Yeah.
You don't have any more worries.
Yeah, that's
Simple
true,
as that.
Yeah.
So yeah, right. Let's crack on with this. Oh, hold on, still recording.
No.
Okay. All right. So we're cracking on with this thermostat replacement on Dad's car. So I will show you how we are getting on. Just flip you around. So we have now got the thermostat housing off. Cleaned it all up as much as I could. It is one of those inaccessible places. Wire brushed it, and also put. So I've got this little Stanley knife. It's a multi-purpose Stanley knife, so it's normal. And then you flip it, and it becomes like a scraper. So it's brilliant for these gasket cleanings. So cleaned it all up. There's the wire brush. We've done it with that, and now we've got the new gasket back on the brand new thermostat housing. We've Mark cleaned up all the bolts, which are where?
There.
There. Oh yeah, there's one. So he's cleaned them all up because they were filthy. they were actually covered in oil from the rocker cover gasket. As you can tell, it's leaking all the way around. It's actually leaking on the back, on the front, on the side, everywhere. So that's another job we've got to do soon. I hadn't actually ordered the new pork chutney. Anyway, that's just another day's job. And let's get this one over and done with, because Dad had lost heating, most of his heating, when it was like really freezing cold. So he was saying how it just wasn't heating very well. Then he would switch off the fans, let it do its thing, just leave the engine running, and then eventually it would get better heating. So anyway, we're now replacing the thermostat. We're going to put some fresh coolant in it as well, top it up, and monitor it basically and see what it does. So yeah, we'll crack on, fit this, and then we'll come back to you. Whoop, whoop. Hi. So this is, I'm going to do this as another episode, even though we're working on the same car. So this is my dad's car still, the Vauxhall Zafira. 3 different jobs that we're doing on it today. One is the thermostat job, which you'll see the video for that prior to this one. And the next job is, I'll show you, the steering. I think I showed you earlier actually. So this whole front section will come off and we'll replace it with another one I'm doing now. And the way we've got to remove the ABS, not the ABS, got to remove the airbag. The way we've got to remove it is you've got to clock the steering. The steering is sort of on an angle, so each side, that side and this side, has one screw on each side, and this is where it is. So I've got it in there now. So I'm doing one of them. I think it's undone now. I feel like it's out. Okay, don't know if it comes on all the way. And now we've got to flip it all the way again, and then now we've got to try and find the same thing on this side, which should, that's it, I've got it. Oh, it's tight. Oh wow, hold on, I'll be back. Right, so I managed to undo it. It was very tight. So this is the second screw. I'll just finish undoing it, and then hopefully I can remove. Right, okay, I feel like it's out. And then it should, here we go, pulls off. Brilliant, excellent. So now I've got to work out how to remove this front section from the actual airbag. There's tags and stuff across here, so we might have to straighten them out or something. Anyway, I'll figure that out and I'll be back. Whoop whoop. Right, so we've managed to remove the airbag. I'll show you. So there it is out. There's a plug, so it's got 2 little pins on this, and it plugs into that bit there. And once you remove that, you need a screwdriver like this, a flathead, and it goes under this little point here, and you just lift it up, and it just pops out of here. So that's that. And then I'm going to try and figure out how to remove this plastic, which is this new one here. And that's the idea. The idea is to replace this because of the damaged horn things. So let's just figure that out. Whoop, whoop. Right, so continuing on with this airbag, if you look here, there's pins. I haven't touched this side yet, so if you look here, there's 4 of these pins facing downwards. The problem here is that they have to come out the other way. Right, so I've already done this side where I've just pried them, but realistically they need to go another 45 degrees. 45? No, another 90 degrees, so that they're almost flat. But what I'm going to do, because this one is a scrap, I am literally just going to break this plastic all the way around, remove it, and then that will allow me space to actually bend these over properly and fit the new one, and then just straighten them back out. So yeah. Right, so continuing on with Dad's airbag replacement, we have now removed the old cover, so we need to source another one of these badges, the Vauxhall badge, and I'll show you the old one fitted. There we are. The horn's working nicely. Lovely, beautiful. The only difference is that it's a different colour, which is a bit annoying really. I mean, the old one was like almost blackish. To be fair, it's very dark grey, but it seems like it's got like a lacquer on it versus the old one. So I'm wondering if we put some kind of like a cockpit shine or whatever, might bring it back up. Don't know. Otherwise, we might have to spray it. Otherwise, it can stay like that. It looks better to the eye, at least, without the broken bits. It looks much better. Yeah, lovely. So that's this one done. Moving on to the next job. I believe Mark actually done the fuel filter, so I think he videoed that. I asked him to, so then we can post that together on the YouTube channel as well. The only thing that's lifted in now is literally just a thermostat. We've already fitted it anyway, so all we got to do is top up the coolant and just do the fill up the coolant, run the temperature of the car, or run the car up to temperature even, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Whoop, whoop.
I'm underneath this car, Dad's car, and we're changing this sucker. I think that is a 15 or a 20 Torx, and we've just got to disconnect. And let's have a little butcher it. There we go. Sorry. And we've got to catch the fuel. So what I've had to do with a pick to get this off, luckily it's not leaking yet, is put a pick on this side, or pick off this side first, pull it, and then get this other bit here, this tab that's built in, and then pick that and slide it over this. Bit tricky, you have to pull out a little bit of pressure, but you've got to be careful because these can be brittle and you don't want to bend these lines, fuel lines, because otherwise you have to replace the whole system. But that's one end off. We've got one more to go, and then we'll come back and show you the rest. So we've made progress, right? So what you have to do, once you've popped this end off, undo that screw, gives you a bit of play with the filter, and then what you do, you push in, you push the filter in, and there's two clips on this side of the pipe which you cannot see, hold on, which is there. Oh, we'll see there's fuel coming out, so you're good to have a tray. See this clip, you've got to pull this end off, push them together, and it pulls this out. Now I've just got to pick this off, put it back in that holder, and then fit the new filter. And also to do it in the direction that this came off with the arrows, and you can cross-reference the parts to the part number, which is what we've got over here. Let me quickly grab that. Oh. Right, so actually different part number for this, but it is visually it's the same. It's got the direction, filters, but there's no part number on this, but that's the direction. Oh, it's on there, so you don't, that piece stays on there. Oh, that other piece stays on there too, so I've got to pull that out of there, and then they come already fitted. Sorry, comes already fitted. There you go, 2 ticks. This is the final result. As you can see, we have the arrow marking that direction. This is towards the front of the car, and this is at the rear, and you've got it all now fitted. Make sure it's nice and secure. Job done. On to the next one.
Right, so we are now wrapped up with Dad's car. We've done the horn buttons on the steering. We've done Mark done the fuel filter, which was very nice and easy to access. Makes a change. Very rarely that we get that. And we've also done the thermostat housing. So I'll show you. There's the new thermostat housing. Coolant is right up to level. So that's just there. That's the maximum line. And we've the horn buttons, which I've done a little video on that. I'll post that. And I think Mark recorded the oil fuel filter when he was doing it, so we'll post that up as well. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Whoop, whoop.